Okay, we are live here, and I'm your host, Tim Dodge, and I'm here today with Kevin Amrhein, who is going to be one of NYiDAY's instructors for CE courses at the first ever New York Insurance Day, or NYiDAY. Kevin, thanks for joining me today.
Pleasure. Thank you, Tim.
So, just for the benefit of the viewers who may not be familiar with you, what would you like them to know about yourself?
Well, I don't know why they wouldn't be familiar with me. I mean, I'm from Tallahassee, Florida. I mean, the connection with the New York Association makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
It's certainly obvious to me, of course, yeah.
Yeah, as you said, I'm Kevin Amrhein, and I'm the president of the Florida Insurance School of Continuing Education and our CE partnership, which is where our school works with other state associations to do different insurance education things. And I've done a few things for the New York Association over the past couple of years, and hence the inception of NYiDAY. I'm excited to be a part of it.
And we're excited to have you. Now, you're going to be teaching two classes at NYiDAY, one on social media safety, the other one on supply chain management. What can we expect to hear about in the social media course?
Well, the social media course is really just kind of addressing the challenge between traditional E&O procedures and agencies that we've all worked for so many years to try to establish and make rock solid. And now, of course, the world went and screwed everything up by creating this new communication platform that we're all so happy about. So really, it's just taking the communication tools that agencies are starting to incorporate and just making sure that the practices, the traditional E&O practices, still apply. I mean, there's no difference between an online agency and an offline agency from an E&O perspective. But that said, there's a few things that agents should do to make sure that their online presence is protected. So that's really what we're going to dive into in that class.
Just as a preview, what's one thing that agents should be doing?
One thing that agents should be doing,
Yeah.
disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. And I'll show you some ways to do that on social media profiles, which it's so instantaneous, it's so quick that we just think that everything goes out there in cyberspace and it's all protected somewhere. So because it just really never goes away, I think disclaimers are important. So that's just one thing that I'll talk about.
Okay. Now, what about? I'm sorry?
Oh, I said among many others, of course.
Okay. And what about the other course, the supply chain risk management? Can you tell me a little bit about what that one's going to be? What
One
you're
of
going
my
to
favorite
discuss there?
topics. Yeah, sure. One of my favorite topics. We're so schooled in our business about direct damage and to an extent indirect damage as in terms of insurability and our insurers protecting their balance sheets, et cetera. But I think some people fail to look beyond what's directly in front of them. We've got this sort of ingrained tunnel vision when it comes to insurance, and we don't really do a good job helping our customers understand just how far supply chain goes, even for small businesses. And so what I've done is created this course to provide some resources to agents that they can use to take to their small business customers and sort of make those people think beyond what's directly in front of them. Beyond, okay, if the wind blows and obliterates a local distribution facility, I understand I can buy insurance for that, but what happens if that damage is not local? What happens if it's out of state? What happens if it's a different region? What happens if it's global or even overseas? And then the other part of that class is the intangible factor. The business community now so heavily reliant on internet, on a constant stream of internet, on a constant stream of utilities, and what happens when those things get interrupted and what it does to the business's bottom line and how we can insure it. So that's really what that dives into.
They both sound like great courses. I encourage everybody who's watching this to attend New York NYiDAY and take part in those two courses. Kevin, thank you much. Thank you very much for joining me, and good luck with the classes. And we'll see you in October.
We'll have a good time. See you then. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.